Hello, hello, hello. Good afternoon. Let me get IG on. All right. How you guys doing out there, Facebook? We on live on IG yet? Nope, not yet. Here we are. Okay. 1 second over here. IG's taking a minute to go live. Let's see what this is doing over here. Let me try it again. Okay. How are you guys doing out there today? It's a little bleaky this Thursday afternoon. Sun look like it's trying to come out, but not really. Okay, let's see. I don't think we're on live on IG. Just give me a second. Let's get this going. Okay. It's taking a second over here. But we're getting ready to get some good, exciting information in here today on you guys. We're going to talk about filing back taxes. And I'm not sure what's happening over here on Instagram. We're going to talk about filing back taxes. You guys are going to really want to hear about this because there's a lot of stuff that can happen if you don't file back taxes. So we want to talk about that today. Very important. You guys hit like and share. Hi, Laverne. Jumping on here. Hello, hello. I'm trying to get my IG on. I'm not sure what it's doing. Let's start it over. Trying to get these people over here in tune with what's going on today. I'm not sure. Maybe 1 second. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to get this going real fast here. I just wanted to get IG going, but for some reason, it doesn't look like I'm live over here. And I want to make sure that our friends on this side can get this information. We're going to talk about the benefits of filing back taxes. There's a lot of stuff you're going to want to hear about today because this is very, very important, very serious. You know, a lot of compliance issues, reason why you have to file these taxes. You have a lot to lose, okay? So we want to talk about this, making sure that everybody can understand. I'm not sure what's going on over here. All right, let me try this one more time. You guys will here, bear with me. Hit like and share in the meantime. Let's see what's going on. So I want to talk about filing these back taxes because one of the things that I wanted to let you guys know is that one of the things I want to let you guys know is that I had a client recently that almost lost out on about $15,000 that was sitting in an account for that was paid into the franchise tax board. This money was sitting there that was paid in. There was a real estate transaction that took place, and what happened is that in order for you to get your money from the real estate, you know, if you guys know anything about selling real estate, what happens is they hold back the state of California allows you to all of the real estate you know, all of the real estate sales, they have to hold back taxes. So they don't give you all the money when you sell a property in California. They make sure that you hold back taxes out of that money and send it to the government. And then if you get that money back, if you file, you have to get that money back, right? So I had a client recently that almost lost out on $15,000. The good news is that they got a letter from the franchise tax board stating that we got some money sitting here for you. I'm live on IG now. The good news is that they told them they had some money sitting there for them, and in order to get it, they had to file those taxes. And guess what? They had to file them by April 15th, and they actually just got the letter in 2021. Now, for the state of California, 4 years you lose your taxes. For the federal, it's 3. And in this particular case, it was the state, and I actually was able to get those taxes in for that client just in time for them to be able to get this $15,000 refund that they was going to lose. So one of my points today, we want to talk about the benefits of filing back taxes, has to do with the refund statute. And that story is about 4 years for the state of California. The federal government is 3 years. So we're going to talk about 3 points today about why you should file back taxes. And guys, there's a lot to lose in not filing your taxes. So I want you guys to hit like and share. We're live now on IG, live on Facebook. Thank you, guys. I want to make sure that nobody miss out on this information. 3 points about filing the benefits of filing back taxes today. We're going to cover the refund statute. We're going to talk about compliance issue and what happens if you don't file them. and you're going to find out what happens, what the IRS does, what you got to lose. I mean, it's a lot that can happen. It could be very devastating. You can get garnishment, wages, levies, liens, all kinds of stuff can really happen and make everything, you know, a lot more difficult for you. Okay, so let's just jump right into the first point today, guys. There is, like I said, there's a 3-year refund statute to claim your refund if you haven't filed your taxes. So what the IRS does is you have withholding monies from your wages. You have monies that some people that are self-employed paying on estimated taxes. So this money sits there. And until you file, they don't just send refunds out. They don't just send refunds out to you. You know how they're sending out stimulus check. This is nothing like that. You must file to get your refund. So what happens if you have monies withheld from your payroll check, the IRS is sitting on that money. And if you claim, you file and claim all your deductions, you get that money back. If you pay estimated taxes in as a self-employed individual, you can wind up getting that money back. If you have credits come in, like some refundable credits, earned income credit, you won't just get a check. You have to file to get it. So if you don't file, you won't get this information, right? I mean, this money. So what happens is the refund, you will lose it after 3 years if you don't file these taxes. So for instance, right now, because we're in 2021, the tax year to file for the federal government is 2017. If you have anything 2017 that haven't been filed, has to be filed this year, or else if you have money sitting out there, you will lose that money. They're not going to send you a check because you have some money there. They don't know how much of that money you should be getting back. So they won't just send it to you automatically, guys. Very important. Claim your refund. If you have any money sitting out there, you have to file the taxes though. And 2017, after this year, you lose every dime that's sitting out there that you may be possibly getting back from the federal government. So, and for the state of California, it's 4 years. And in that case, $15,000 was going to be just gone from this client if they hadn't gotten that letter actually from the state, sent them a letter so they can file and get that back. Okay. So another point to that is that what happens is the IRS, what they do is, let's say you didn't file your 2017 or 2018 taxes or 19. And for instance, you didn't file those, right? So benefit filing back taxes, but you filed 2020 and you got a refund coming. What the IRS does is they hold your refund. They won't send you the 2020 refund simply because if you pass 1 to 2 years of not filing, they hold your refund until you file. One, they don't know whether you're going to owe taxes for those years, and they're not going to send you money back if you're going to owe them money, right? So that is seriously important, guys. If you haven't filed back taxes and you file a current year taxes and want to know why you haven't gotten the refund, that's simply because they're holding it until you file those back taxes. They want to make sure you're not going to owe them anything, and then they'll send you that money back. So very important. 3 important points. What happens with your refund is you lose it if you don't file it within 3 years from the filing due date. And the other thing is that they will hold your current refund. You want to know why I didn't get my 2020? Well, simply because you have to file your 17 or 18 or 2019 for that matter. All right, so that's my first point today, guys. Benefits of filing back taxes. We're going to touch on 3 seriously important points. And I know you guys are going to really want to get into this. Hi, Trap Kitchen. Hey, Andy. Thanks for jumping on. All right. Greetings, my beautiful auntie. Thank you, nephew. Appreciate you. All right. And StreamYard. I'm not seeing those over there. But, okay, guys. So my second point today is compliance. There is a legal requirement that you have to file a tax return. If you have a tax return requirement, you must file. It's legally required. It's not anything that you choose not to do. You have to legally file your taxes to stay in compliance, right? And what that means is that every year that you has, income to report from a business perspective or a personal perspective, every year that you have a legal obligation to file a tax return, you must file the return. It's not by choice. You have to file it legally. Any person or business. Now, if you are, let's say you are self-employed, right? You're self-employed and be like, okay, I just have to file a business return. You also have to file a personal return. So you have a legal obligation to file as well. You have to file your business. You have to file your personal, guys. It is a legal obligation. You have to stay in compliance. There is a legal obligation there. Now, let me tell you what will happen if you don't. If you don't file your taxes, you have a legal obligation to file the taxes. This is what happens. let's say you owe back taxes and you want to make an installment agreement with the federal government. You want to do an offer and compromise. You wanted to try to see how you can work something out with them. The first thing you have to do is get in compliance. They will not even entertain the idea of doing an installment agreement or doing an offer and compromise to get rid of back taxes. I mean, to get rid of, tax liability unless you are in compliance. So to be in compliance, meaning that every tax return that you're legally obligated to file must be on record. Okay, so that's one of the first things. It could affect purchases. Some of us may want to be buying a house or want to try to make some major purchase. They ask you for a copy of a tax return. One, if it's not filed, it's not on record with IRS for the most part, you can't afford to give them a copy of a return that's not filed. So that will affect you too. So you want to make sure that you're in compliance with all of your taxes. And here's a good one for you guys. And a lot of people don't even think about this, but do you know they can literally hold your passport? They can hold your passport if you don't have all your taxes on record, if you have a legal obligation to file. If you have Social Security, money is, let's say you're self-employed, you're paying to your Social Security and you haven't filed your taxes, guess what? There's no money goes towards your Social Security account because you haven't filed the taxes. They don't know what you make. They don't know what to give you credit for your Social Security. It can affect your Social Security benefit down the road, especially if you're self-employed. Now, if you are an employee, Social Security taxes get reported anyway. Well, if you're self-employed, which a lot of us are self-employed, guys, if you don't file those taxes, Social Security have no credit for you on your account. You go there, there's a big old gap, and then you will see, I haven't have any wages reported, no Social Security benefit, no credit. That's part of filing your taxes. That's one of the most seriously important thing about it, right? And one other point in terms of having those taxes filed, as far as being in compliance, insurance, it affects your insurance as well, especially folks who are, let's say you're covered California, any of those stuff, they base it on your tax return. And if you haven't filed the taxes, chances are that you won't be able to get that insurance, or they don't know what type of insurance premium you should have because it's based on your taxes. Okay, so you must file those taxes. Those are some serious issues. Want to make sure that you guys make note of that stuff, and it's very important. All right, I want you guys to hit like and share on this video because, again, people need this information. They need this information, and they take it very lightly because they figure, okay, I haven't filed my taxes. I probably have money's coming back, or maybe just they take it very nonchalant. It is a legal obligation. It's not by choice. We got to file these taxes. All right. So again, today, probably here, we're covering the reason why I should file your back taxes. 3 points I wanted to make today, guys, and let me move on to the third point. If you don't file your taxes, and this one you don't ever want to have this happen, just bear with me. You never want to have this happen. Make a note. If you don't file your taxes, the IRS will file those taxes for you. All right, and I'll tell you a list of things that's going to happen, and this part is more than serious. They will file your tax return for you. And what happens, they don't know anything about your deductions, right? They don't know any dependents that you're going to claim if you have dependents to claim. They don't have anything you're going to write off. They don't know any of this stuff. So when they file these taxes for you, guess what? You will owe a lot of money. Now, I've had clients come to me many times owing hundreds of thousands of dollars in a letter they get from the IRS, hundreds of thousands of dollars. As a matter of fact, this last week I got one, hundreds of thousands of dollars, $200,000-$300,000 the IRS said that they owe, and simply because they haven't filed taxes in about 4 years. So the IRS did the tax filing for them. And each one of those years, they owe so much money that they wind up owing over $100,000 and they are, I can't possibly owe that much money. Well, they don't know. They have no way of knowing how much you really owe because you haven't filed those taxes. You haven't taken any credit, any deductions. They have no idea what's going on with you. And what happens is when they file the taxes for you, now you have to get your way out of it. It's kind of like you work your way into a quicksand. Now you got to work yourself out of it, right? They say you owe $100,000. You say you don't. They don't have any idea. So what happens is they will give you a tax liability. They'll create this. They file a return. They send it to you. They give you a delinquency notice. They follow up with all this collection activity. This is what happens. Now you wind up with a lien, a tax lien. You wind up with a levy. Your bank account might get a levy, right? Next thing you know, you have people that show up and all of a sudden your wages getting garnished. All this happens, right? All this happens simply because you didn't file those taxes. and the IRS filed them for you. Now you owe so much money that you can't afford to pay. So all this stuff happens, right? And so what happens is you get the wage garnishment, you get the bank levies, you get a tax lien filed, right? All this stuff happens. And then of course, now you've got to work yourself out of that information. You got to now get a handle on this stuff. And what is the first thing that you must do is file those back taxes. You have to come in compliance for them to even work any of this out with you. And you have to come in compliance by filing your back taxes, right? So that's the point I really, really, really wanted to drive home today, more so than anything else. Do not take not filing your taxes very lightly. Don't feel like you don't have to file them, and you'll file them when you want to, and you're not getting a refund, so I don't have to file them, or I owe, so I don't have to file them. Guys, it can be very, very, very difficult for you. And at that point, it wind up costing you a lot of money trying to get yourself out of showing the IRS that you do not owe them the money they say you owe. All right. So that's my third point today. Hi, Inez. Thanks for jumping on. I'm not sure why I'm not seeing everything over here today. I would definitely can't see any questions. But if you guys have any questions regarding any of this stuff, again, go ahead, put them on the screen. And we are going to come back through here and get them. But I want to cover the benefits of filing back taxes again today. I see here, I'm not seeing my lower thirds. Okay, well, I better not mess with this thing because I want to. Hey, Dorothy, thanks for jumping on. All right, thanks for jumping on. Let's see you guys over there. Hi, Cunningham. Great information. Thank you. All right. So Trap Kitchen, you're on here too. Thank you for jumping on. I got to get back with you. I'm gonna have to call you. Afro-American, thank you for jumping on here. All right, guys, so let's go over the benefit of filing back taxes. Okay, Dorothy Truitt. Yeah, thank you. The 3 points I want to make today, guys, this is very serious. Again, you lose refund. Who wants to throw away money? You have money sitting there. Sometimes you don't know. Again, I've talked about clients who have lost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in refund because they filed those taxes too late. Sometimes I didn't want to tell them how much money they're not going to get because they filed the taxes too late. This year, guys, if you haven't filed any 2017 tax return, you are going to lose it. If you have any credit coming back, if you have any refund, any money was withheld, or any money that withheld through estimated tax payments, if you send any of that in, if you're self-employed. Okay, so first point, 3-year refund statute. You have to claim the refund within 3 years or you lose it. The second point, compliance requirement. It's a legal obligation. You have to stay in compliance and you have to file those taxes because the law says that you do if you have a legal obligation to file them. I'm Miss Lerner. Thanks for jumping on. Hey, Karen, how you doing? Karen has a question over here. I don't know if you guys can get it in the screen. For some reason, I'm halfway seeing Belize with the IRS too. What's happening in Belize with the IRS too? Is that what the question is? So Karen, I'm not sure what your question is, but as far as if you're in Belize, of course, I know a lot of folks in Belize, they still, they still have their income and other tax obligation out here in the U.S. And if that is the case, you still have to go ahead and do that. If you are living in Belize, I can't see the whole question. But if you're living in Belize, guys, and I know a lot of folks there are still getting a lot of income out here. They're getting retirement funds. They're getting Social Security. They're getting whatever that is. And of course, if there's a filing obligation, you have to go ahead and do that as well. I have clients who are in Belize who have tax problems out here, who still has to be obligated to send their tax forms in to the government if they have any income here that they have to report and pay taxes on. So it doesn't matter if you're in Belize, guys, it still affects you. You still have to get those taxes in as well because they can do the same thing and they can actually garnish and level any of your benefits that you have coming from out here, especially retirement funds or Social Security. Okay. So, and yes, they can garnish your Social Security because they have done it. I've seen it. It happens, right? So that is not excluded. So, all right. So the points I wanted to make here is, Dorothy says, "Can you fix me up?" Yes, Dorothy. All right. We can fix you up, Dorothy, for sure. All right. So I'm gonna get back with you on that, and because I only saw a little piece of yours. Thanks for that for that info. We can definitely take care of you, Dorothy. I'm going to get back to you. I will give you a call a little bit later today. All right. So let's get over those points again, guys. The third point today was You do not want the IRS to prepare a return. They have no idea what you have to write off. They have no idea what dependents you may have to claim. They have nothing on you besides what you make. When they send you a bill, when they send you this bill, guys, they have made up the numbers. They have estimated everything. And I guarantee you, like I've seen so many times, it's going to be hundreds of thousands of dollars that you really don't really owe. However, if you don't file those back taxes, you don't let them know what your deductions are, you don't let them know what your credits are, they have no way of knowing it, you will wind up owing them that money. Collection activity is going to start. Wages, garnishment, liens, tax liens, levies, all the stuff is about to happen. And in some cases, again, like I said, they can even hold your passport. You might not even be able to travel on taxes that you probably don't really owe because you simply didn't file your back taxes. All right, so pass this information on, let all your friends and family and everyone know. Look, guys, if you haven't filed your taxes, it's very important. Benefits of filing back taxes is what we're talking about today. I want you guys to make sure that everyone get a hold of this video, because I've got a lot of folks come in with 2, 3, 4, 5 years of taxes, and again, they probably, whatever may have happened, they probably thought that they didn't have to really file these taxes right now. Okay, all right. So I wanted to let you guys know now. We talked about filing extensions not too long ago, and I wanted to put this out there for any one of our clients, anyone who has their taxes in-house here at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting. We want to let you guys know that if you didn't get your taxes filed by the deadline, which is the 17th, which is Monday. Deadline's coming up, which is Monday, 17th. If your taxes didn't get filed by then, we want to make sure that anybody's taxes that we do have in-house here at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, don't worry, we'll make sure that you have an extension filed. So, of course, you won't be hit with any late filing penalty. If your taxes are in-house at PROBY'S Tax and Accounting, you can get an extension filed, and we'll get your taxes processed as soon as possible, right? And for anyone else out there who wants to use their service, you can give us a call at PROBY'S Tax 323-290-9034, and or visit our website at probydstax.com, and we will be able to take care of you guys. Okay, so we can get an extension file for you as well. So make sure that you get that on record before this by Monday at least, which is the tax deadline, 17th. Thank you. High class for Pop. Thanks for jumping on. Hi, Lerner Smith. Thank you for jumping on again. So, all right, I want to thank all you guys for jumping in today. Elaine Proby here every week. We're here every Tuesday and Thursday with great information. And you guys, I've gotten a lot of great feedback from clients, from a lot of folks, a lot of my friends on Facebook. Thank you guys for jumping in and tuning in. Thank all you guys for sharing the videos and all that stuff. But I've got a lot of great feedback, and this is why we continue to do this. We want to make sure that you guys take advantage of this information. Know your financial status, especially when it comes to taxes. It eats away after your income, and we want to make sure that you guys have enough money so you guys can stay, continue to build wealth. And this is the whole point. So you don't give away your hard-earned dollars on taxes unnecessary, right? All right. So with that said, guys, I'm up out of here. I want to thank you guys for tuning in again. And be sure to get your taxes filed by Monday, or be sure to get an extension filed by Monday. With that said, I want you guys to take care of each other and take care of yourself. All right.